Hello and welcome to Rob Makes Prog. It's a nice day outside, it's cooling down a bit, the seagulls are happy, I'm still boiling hot, but here we are, still making music, which is the main thing, right? So, thanks for joining me. We are looking at um, this song, which was previously called Masak Orbital, and may stay that name for the Z Machine version, but I think I'm going to change the name of it to Thunder Whale. I don't know why, but it's sticking in my head. So since last time, I have written down some lyrics instead of my improvised nonsense, and now we've got some written nonsense instead. And I've recorded, as you can see, many different takes and layers that go on here. I'm not sure they all belong, but I'm never sure about anything, and nothing is ever finalized until we send them off for mastering anyway, and that's a long way in the future. So let's have a listen and see what you think. I'm not going to go through the lyrics with you. You can take what you want from them. But the idea is there's a big black pool with things sunken into it, and something is in there moving around. That's generally a good starting point. Is it the thunder whale? I don't know. I don't know what's down there. But there's a big black inky pool. Okay, let's have a listen and see what you think.
What is lurking under the skin? Deep down through the depths within, sunken veils licked with black, holding arms to hold them back, where the vein can't hear the wind. Currents turn its rusted fins, skein of blackened surface tension, fluid liquid maltension, cut above and cut below, keel and prow like shark fins go. All below and all above. Know too much, don't know enough. from crawling out.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to stop that there. I did, but I was going to let it play through to the end before we made any edits, but I've been meaning to do this for a few playthroughs now. Okay. There we go. Oh, sorry. Okay, right. So yeah, so that's all the vocals I've added on. Not sure about these ones on the very end. I think they could. I'm going to mute them for now. I don't know if they deserve to be there or not. Deserve. That's a weird word, isn't it? How can they deserve anything? They're just a thing. Deserve is a weird concept. I've never quite got my head round. Who decides? Who deserves what? It's nonsense. It's a nonsense concept invented by fools. Right. So yeah, we got this big, long, slowy bit at the beginning then. So let's listen to that.
What is lurking under the skin?
So lyrically, again, I'll probably change all of these and refine them as I go. This is just off the top of my head, writing things down on a document and then going for it. The more I listen to it, the more bits that annoy me get lined up for the chopping block event, essentially. um, Also, listening back to that, um, none of the vocals are good, and I'm not being hard on myself. Like they're just not. They're not. They're not. They're they are placeholder things with lackluster performances, essentially. They're not the performance that I would do to put them on an album. And I think it's an important distinction when you're making scratch tracks like this to remember that that's what you've done and that's what you're doing. Because sometimes I can listen back and think, oh, God, that sounds awful. I shouldn't use that. But then I'm thinking, well, it's not what they sound like right now. What we've done is put in an idea in a place to see if that idea kind of fits or it doesn't. And just because I've put in a lackluster performance or one that kind of just sounds a little bit dodgy, it doesn't mean that I can't do a better one and that it would fit really 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 well. So I think it's really important to distinguish that. So if you're sitting there thinking, "Oh bloody hell, I don't like the sound of that," like that's fair enough. But like we're not listening to it as a final piece. We're not listening to it as will be. We're listening to concepts. We're listening to ideas. These are the sketches that the painting will go over the top of. Essentially, that's the way to think about it. And I think that's really important to remember, especially if you're just starting out. That it's fine to do bad things. It's fine to just put some crap on there and go, right, that will remind me to do the right thing at the right time. That will remind me to do um, the appropriate thing at the right time. So I think it's just, yeah, I just wanted to emphasize that as we go along. So okay, yeah, this bit here.
Deep down through the depths within, sunken veils licked with black.
I think like part of me is thinking, does it come in too soon? Should there be a bit more atmosphere generation? So at the moment we've just got a didgeridoo. We've taken all these sound effects out. In fact, I'm going to get rid of them because I think these belong with Z Machine. They don't belong here. So I'm actually going to get completely rid of them because it tidies up this commentary. Um, this is interesting. This was the commentary from me to the band. Um, I know I'm not going to play you that. That's just for the band, really. That can go as well because I've got that. I've got a record of that. But it's basically describing to them the parts and why I put them where I have. I don't know what this bass part is here. I think that's part of Chris's bass playing. So I'll keep that in case it comes in handy somewhere. I'd really like Chris to come back and do play at least the intro bass, if not the rest of it, on this track, because he's moved away. That's the problem. But I don't know if I could replicate the. He's a brilliant bass player, and I'm an amateur at best. I'm more of a guitar player with a bass in my hands, which is not the same thing at all. But it suits my purpose generally. But he wrote this little bit of bass here, and he plays it in a way that I just don't think I can do as good a job at. So I think like even if it's only up till this point, because the rest of it I can pretty much do in the way that I want it to be done. But this bit, I think like I don't know. I'll have to give it a go and see if I can't get him to do it. In fact, yeah, that's how it'll have to go. I don't think I can use this because it's too muddy. It's played through an amp already, I think. Um, and I'd want to DI it and then reamp it like I do with the rest of it. I want it to be consistent with the rest of the bass tracks, essentially, because they are recorded separately. All of this is separate. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I'm wondering if it needed to start, and then I should leave less gaps between the thing, or cut the amount of lines down and just start it a bit later. I mean, to be honest, got plenty of room. Um, or ideally, maybe it'd finish before the flute. So I'm not sure what to do there. What I'll do is I'll keep listening to it, and then eventually I'll record some different takes. There's no meter or anything, there's no drums or anything behind it, so I'm just kind of just going for it, and seeing what happens whilst the rest of the instruments creep in. Then we've got a big gap, which is fine. I don't think we need to put anything in there. We've got this lovely bit of mellotron we did with the arpeggiator on the keyboard. I really like that. It just feels really bubbly and gives that underwater feeling. So yeah, I like that. And then this is flute time. Thing is, I've listened to this so much over the last couple of years. A lot of these parts have settled in place. So it'd be really weird to do new takes of them, but I think I will. I might get something much better. I don't know, but it's really hard to break away from established things. Same with the sax part. There's some bits on that sax part where I'm like, oh, wouldn't want to lose that. So it's either replicate it or be prepared to throw it in the bin. And I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with it yet. So skipping ahead then. So we've got this flute part, then the sax comes in here with the bass drums. I just really like that sax bit again. So the point of the sax bit was to kind of slowly introduce the main riff. And then a nice little bit of that mellotron again. And then, this is what we've got here then. I'll show you individually. I think I did this one first, actually. And I just whispered the whole thing, basically. Just about here in the headphones, the music in the background. When I record properly, I'm going to have to remember that and turn down the headphones so you can't hear it come through. There's a little bit of mouth noise there as well. Can you hear that? Should have had an apple before I did it. Because apparently that stops your saliva from glooping.
Underground and over hills, we know the bells are ringing still. Wake the spirits, disturb the dead. What we heard and what you said. Something sleeps beneath the ink. It does not eat, it does not drink. It gnaws to keep its long teeth sharp and goes a-hunting through the dark.
I like a whisper, but it can sound a little bit amateur dramatics. So, yeah, look at that little crest on that. So I recorded 3 takes of the whispering. I thought, well, if I lay them over the top, it might sound like, voices coming out of the dark sort of thing. Let's see.
Underground and over hills, we know the bells are ringing still. Wake the spirits, disturb the dead. What we heard and what you said. Something sleeps beneath the ink. It does not eat, it does not drink. It gnaws to keep its long teeth sharp and goes a-hunting through the dark. It goes a-hunting through the lake, leaving silence in its wake. Leviathan with headlamp eyes looks for things to pulverize. Swims down gloomy sunken streets, sinuous and incomplete, shining light through rusted bars.
So it's kind of I'm thinking here, like, I've got this compressor on, but we've got a load of reverb coming through on these channels. That's then being compressed, which is giving it a real crappy feeling. I don't like at all. So we're going to take off the reverb, take that delay off that one as well. And delays would really confuse this part. So we've taken all the reverb off now. Let's see what that sounds like.
Underground and over hills, we know the bells are ringing still. Wake the spirits, disturb the dead. What we heard and what you said. Something sleeps beneath the ink. It does not eat, it does not drink. It gnaws to keep its long teeth sharp.
And then I'm going to add the reverb back on it, but after the compressor. I don't know if the compressor's doing much good. I think I've just whacked a plug-in on, and then I've just put in bit of a parallel compressor preset on just to keep them a bit tamed without spending loads of time fiddling about. But when we re-record everything in, all of these effects will be completely reset, and I'll do everything manually because that's the only way you can get it right. You never rely on presets. Presets are all right for a quick check to see, but never rely on them for mixing because they are built for very specific sounds, and if your sounds are never going to be what they're designed for, so they're never going to work. You can use presets as a starting point and then tweak them, but I don't even recommend that. I recommend learning what you're doing. Not that I'm an expert, but like learning about what you're doing and then trying your best to sculpt it specifically for what you're doing. So don't do that. But I did this for this because it's scratch tracks basically, and I just wanted to um, bring them up a bit without and keep them tamed for when this bit comes in, basically when it gets really, really loud. In fact, I'm going to turn them all down a little bit. I should include this top track. Okay, let's have a quick.
Underground
Still
and
loud,
over
isn't it?
hills, we know the bells are ringing still. Wake the spirits.
We don't know what it sounds like in context, though, so let's try that. So I'm going to keep that one muted. But now.
Underground and over hills, we know the bells are ringing still. Wake the spirits, disturb the dead. What we heard and what you said.
That's not bad.
It does not eat, it does not drink. It knows to keep its teeth sharp. It goes hunting through the dark. It goes hunting through the lake, leaving silence in its wake. Live with headlamp eyes, use the fences to pulverize.
I like it, it's dramatic. Keep the thing from crawling out. Performance-wise, it's not amazing, but it'll do for now. This one then, so I tried to keep this one a bit more voice in it, less whispering. It's got all of that. Oh, it's got that reverb. It's got double reverb on, so let's take that off.
It does not eat, it does not drink. It knows to keep its long teeth sharp. It goes a-hunting through the dark. It goes a-hunting through the lake, leaving silence in its wake. Leviathan.
Yeah, so that's using the same channel as that, and I kind of want to keep that on there. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this again, delete that from there, delete that from there, delete those from there. No, hang on. Did I just delete something I needed? Yeah, so delete that from there. There we go. And then what that means is I can re-sculpt this studio delay without much bother. Can I just do it? Yeah. So still want a little bit of delay on there, I think. That's weird, isn't it?
Spirits disturb the dead. Spirits disturb the dead. Spirits disturb the dead. Spirits disturb the dead. The dead is dead.
It's 1-1. What do we get?
What we heard and what you said. Something sleeps beneath the ink. It does not eat, it does not drink. It knows to keep its long teeth sharp. It goes hunting through the dark. It goes hunting through the lake, leaving silence in its wake. Leviathan with headlamp eyes, use the fingers to pulverize. Goes down to be something
Whoa. Feedback 100%. Feedback 100%, I think, will just mean we'll carry on forever. Which I definitely don't want. We want it to kind of like, I don't know, do I want it to like last a whole bar? I'm not really sure. It's important though. Let's see. Let's play a whole bar and see what happens. Oh, let's get the pitch back to normal. So 1-1. How long does that last? Well, I'll play half a bar. That's quite a long time. Is that with 10% feedback? I'm not spatial. What does that mean? Does that mean like stereo? I guess that would work on a stereo channel more, or at all. And then we've got these, this sort of nasty word. I think the phrase is nose to keep its sharp teeth, but it just sounds like nose sticky, whatever that means. What does the modulation do? I'm just fiddling around and experimenting here. Got some like, oh okay. Age. Weird. What's just this one? Oh yeah, you can do this, can't you? Okay. And this one? Wow, so that one gets quieter then louder. I'm not sure why you'd ever want that. But I suppose there's always a scenario. That's because it's like bum, 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 bum. Instead of bum, 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 bum. I guess that's what. And I guess the split here is left and right. This one must be a really weird staggered one. Oh yeah. Let's try that. It's really strange. Okay, let's go with this one because I think it's gonna like.
Goes a hunting through the dark. Goes a hunting through the dark. Goes a hunting through the dark. It goes a hunting through the dark. It goes a hunting through the dark.
Let's try it with a half delay.
Goes a hunting through the dark. It goes a hunting through the lake. Leaving silence in its wake. The friend with headlamp eyes. Headlamp eyes to pulverize. Throws down on me something strange. Sinuous and incomplete. Shining light through rusted light.
Look at that. It won't let me change the mix, which means it's some automation going on here somewhere. Show used automation. Yeah, let's just turn that off, please. Don't need it. I'm going to turn it right down to see. Yeah, so it's going to be really kind of minimal. So we don't want to get too swampy, you see. Okay, right. That's the other thing is, I think it'd be better off if it kind of just fades in over the whole thing. Maybe it's like, maybe I should do it to there, but I'm gonna go to the extreme. And we kind of want it, so that'll mean it would be quieter for longer and then at the end get louder and louder. Or this one will mean, yeah, well, that's the most extreme of that. And then this one would mean it gets nearly up to speed, nearly up to the right volume really quickly and then kind of plateaus as it gets there. And then this is a kind of like middle ground, which is generally quite good, where you can kind of get it to, you can kind of sculpt it a bit, which is really nice. It's a really nice feature you can do. So you can see this, see the darker grey is the actual volume, the volume it'll sound like. The lighter grey is the volume of the, if I boost it here, you see it boost into that That's full volume, as if there was no fading on it whatsoever there. So I think like this sort of, I don't know, I kind of want it to kind of making a big mess of it. I kind of want it to do that, I think. Okay, so like that weird shape.
Underground and over hills, we know the bells are ringing still. Wake the spirits, disturb the dead. What we heard and what you said. Something slips beneath the ink. It does not eat, it does not drink. It knows to keep us hunting sharp. It goes hunting through the dark. It goes hunting through the lake, leaving silence in its wake. The brethren with headlamp eyes, those with to pulverize. Through the holy sacred streets, shining red through rusted glass. Shadows gallop like the stars. Shadows turbulent and long, does not think of right or wrong. Crowds the darkness unbeknownst to those probing in their boats. It cannot live, it cannot die. Inside the black pool in my mind, there it dwells, I have no doubt. I keep the thing from crawling out.
But don't want it to echo after that point. Don't want it to be like crawling out over that strong riff. So we cut it there. Yeah, that's good. Is that too loud coming in there? It kind of like takes away the impact of it from the thing if it's too
There
loud.
it dwells, I have no doubt. I keep the thing from crawling out.
There we go, because we want the impact of the next bit to come in really well. So okay, I think that's good. I can live with that for now. I'm not sure about this bit yet. I'm not sure if it fits. I like this swelling and getting faster and going into that note on this bit. But I'm not sure about the other bits. Unless they're like really hidden in the background and maybe like really reverby, so they're not like main. They're not like a main vocal bit where you have to really hear what they're saying. Let's just do a little thing. Whoop, maybe that's too much. It's definitely better like that, isn't it? It's kind of... Okay, I'll leave that for now. I'm not sure about the words there, but that's fine. This bit, okay, this bit. We're just going to skip ahead to this bit. Because this isn't the only thing I want to do today. We're just having a look at this. But basically, we're going to be reviewing a couple of different bits in different songs today. Because then we've got a clean slate to start the next one. And I have no idea what the next one's going to be. I haven't got an idea yet. So that's going to be a from scratch thing. Look at this. That is not in sync. That is not in sync at all. Up until about here. I wonder if we can just sort of do this. I'll give it to be a little bit more. That's why it's sounding so weird then. It's a really strange bit, and it's really fun to do. But the performance I've got here is not up to scratch, and plus it's kind of like in either ear, and I think it needs a central voice at this point. So we could push them up to here, actually, couldn't we? Could we? Problem is just that studio delay, so I guess we could. Oh, we've already got the. Okay, let's see what happens here.
Every time I try and keep it all in check, I can't, and I don't know what to do about it. Everything inside the lake comes to the surface. Water's boiling inside my skull, steam from my ears. Ignore and bite and scratch my mind and chew my senses. I can't do anything about it. I pour it all out of my mouth and speak to reason, but nothing questions real at all, just as I feared.
That sounds a lot better just from realigning it a little bit there and pushing it into the center rather than to the left and the right. So I'm okay with that. I mean, the words are a bit silly. They're all right. Not sure they're right. I'm not sure they're right though. It's quite a weird little piece. I think they're probably too loud.
Every time I try and keep it all in check, I can't, and I don't know what to do about it. Everything inside the lake comes to the surface. Water's boiling inside my skull, steam from my ears. Ignore and bite and scratch my mind and chew my senses. I can't do anything about it. I pour it all out of my mouth and speak to reason, but nothing questions real at all, just as I feared. I just think, I just do the thing I do. Everyone will think I'm not brave enough, but I'll show them. Oh.
Yes, that's fine. I like that. That could be the last bit of lyrics on the song. That could be it could be a bit of a performance thing. I think getting that right. And then the last two. Whoops. The last two I've muted, haven't I? But yeah, not sure.
I think I'm changing, but I don't know how. Is this another new road?
I just had to have a knock on the door. But yes, I think we're pretty much done with this one for now. So I'll come back later once this fan is off and do the next parts of this episode. Hello and welcome back. This is part 2 of this episode, where we're looking at the other songs and seeing if there's anything ready to go in there. So this is the song currently called Mycelium. Note I say currently called because everything is still in flux, nothing is set in stone. And let's just see where we are and have a think about what we want. So this djembe part, I think, is just going to be crap. So I'm just going to remove that entirely. If we do percussion on this, I'm thinking maybe more like, let's be a bit more creative with it. Let's find things that make cool noises and put them in there. But at the moment, it's feeling very woodlandy trad folk. So let's kind of like, I don't know, either lean into that or juxtapose it against something more crazy. I don't know. But let's have a hear of what we have here, as it were. So, yes, it sounded just pretty nice. It sounded very basic. It's kind of what I want for it anyway. I think the flute is really prominent, and it's never been in my head a flute song. It's always been a guitar song. So I'm wondering, like, first of all, get rid of the flute there. See how that sounds without it. Yeah, there we are. Still got a lot of squeak on that guitar, hasn't it? That's quite cool when the mellotron and the flutes come in. He's the wrong colour. That's what's throwing me off about that. There we go. Proper colour coded project. Huge. Normal size. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to redo this. I'm wondering whether to do it on my little classical guitar, or whether I should borrow a nicer guitar than my guitar, or just like really polish and change the strings on this one. I don't think this would work on a 12 string. I think it would sound too, I don't know, plongy. I think it would sound plongy on the 12 string, whereas here it sounds a bit more clinky. And I think that's going to be the descriptions I'm going to have to use there. Drum wise, this like it's good to have the beat, but I think it needs to be something else. This isn't something I would get Alicia to do because, as far as I know, he just plays like kit drums, and that's not what I really want on this track. I kind of want it. I'm thinking more like let's get some little glasses, like wine glasses, put some water in them, hit them with chopsticks. We've got like big plastic things you can boom can get things. Yeah, I reckon we can make a quite interesting sounding percussion for this. It doesn't necessarily have to be an actual drum. You can even drum on the guitar body a bit or something like that. I think that might be a more fun way of doing the percussion. I think it might be more interesting. It might make the song a bit more sonically interesting as well, because um, there's not loads going on here, and that's kind of what I want. I want it to be kind of stripped back. So that's why I don't want a kit and all of that weird percussion, or a djembe and all that weird percussion. And a djembe, I just think it's gonna like I've used djembe on both of my previous albums. Um, they sound great for what they're doing there because the music there isn't playing this sort of folksy twee stuff. It feels a little bit more different, but I think if I put it on this, it's going to give it that. It's going to give it a tweeness. And if there's something I don't, there's one thing I don't like, it's tweeness. And I think this song's already leaning into that territory anyway. So anything I can get it to do to lean out of it, I'll be very happy with. So yeah, so I think change number one. Oh, let's make a notes track. That was a good idea on the last thing, wasn't it? Right, and notes. Yeah, let's stick it right in the middle so we don't miss it. And then we write in this notepad. Be right, creative percussion, guitar re-record, less flute focus, but maybe not less flute, other than chopping that bit off there. We'll assess that. We don't really need that anymore. I can go, I don't know, out of the way somewhere. Maybe I'll just make it small, like that, and drop it at the bottom. Oh, I don't like how it looks. That's better. And you can hide them, can't you? But I'll probably need it at some point. And I'm wondering about this Mellotron. I really like it. I think it sounds great. I'm wondering if you can get it sounding a little bit more modern sounding in there as well. I don't know, a bit more blippy, full of blips. I wonder. Let's just try. We'll duplicate this. We'll select. I don't know what space choirs. We're going to select space choirs. And we're gonna mute this one and see what happens now. I don't think it's what I'm looking for, but I like it nonetheless. I wonder what's in this. Oh, okay. I don't know what any of these are. I didn't even know these were here. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of like some digital rust. What does that mean? What is it doing to the sound? I hate it when they write things like that. It's like, what is it doing? Oh, you can hear what it's doing. It's making it sound squelchy. Sounds horrible. Velocity curve? Oh, it keeps cutting out. Don't think that's what I'm looking for. Oh. The computer seems to be having trouble processing this. Oh yeah. Right, I wonder if we should close the other project and come back to it. Let's see if that helps. Wow, it's really struggling with this. That sounds so horrible. I didn't like it at all. Oh god. This is why I don't like keyboards, I think. They just... I mean, I do like keyboards, but God, some of the sounds are so terrible. I don't really know what to say. That's nice. Still struggling a lot with that though as well, isn't it? Let's just going to quickly render that in place because that'll play it a lot easier then. I've never ever ever had something struggle to play before. Okay, and then we'll just put it like that. That's right, let's see how that sounds. Sounds awful. I just don't... You know what? I'm happy with the mellotron. I found the sounds I like within that, and I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, so that's that, and it's basically that's all I really want to do with it for now. So make a new drum part and re-record the acoustic guitar, I think. So I think I can leave that there. I mean, we haven't spent a long time on it, but I think I'm gonna just bring the flute down a little. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Save that there. I'm gonna export it as well while we're here. Actually, whoops. Yep, and yep. That way I can stick it on my drive. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do then, let's open. Oh, I'm looking for Monsterism. So back to the first song, basically. And there's a few different things I want to do here. One, I want to re-record a lot of the vocal parts because they're a bit chunky. But I'm also going to get lots of people to do the choir parts soon, so like the actual final part. So maybe I should just leave them until we do that. But one thing I do want to do, I think, is experiment with cutting the end off. Seeing if I can get that to be a bit shorter because it goes on for ages. It's kind of alright the first time, but the more it doesn't bear for repeat listens very much. Although I'm very pleased with how it sounds, how the words go. It's just getting the flow of the end right. I might take that little gap out where I say whatever I say, the silly words. Yeah. This I might try and get it to end around here, or maybe even here. Got a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Oh yeah, I've added in. I forgot. I don't think I've played you this bit. I've added in an extra bit of sax here, so it's just playing the melody that the main vocal line is. And I re-recorded this bit as well. Down, down. What have we got the bass doing here? Ah, yeah, okay. I'm going to do that as well while we're here. We're going to import. La 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 la. We're going to go to. Which one is it? This one. I probably should have done it from the Mycelium one because it's in there as well. How silly of me. Yeah. Because now it's going to load this whole project just to do this. But basically, I'm importing the bass track. In fact, maybe just the bass group track. And then I'll push this through that and turn all these off. And then I should end up with a more consistent bass sound across the thing. It's the bass sound I used for. Yeah, it's just that, basically. It's just all I want. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to mute those. Yeah, and then we're going to route that through. Quiet through bass group 1. Right, that should give us a. Yeah, that's a much nicer bass sound, I think. A bit loud. Watch the boat slide to the sea. Excuse me. It's really great to sing though. It's really fun to sing. Right, that can go. So we're all wondering why. I put that in the first box. Right, I was wondering what's going on there. Let's see what that is now. These here. There's a load of fluff. But I recorded all of these on my saxophone's wireless mic, which I've just remembered I need to charge for tomorrow. Well done at remembering. Let's hope I remember by the end of this episode that I still need to do that. Right, so what we've got two different parts. Oh, this is really tricky to kind of think through. And I guess I'm glad you're seeing it because, right, this doesn't matter because these are repeated, so I can just wipe out as many of these as I want. They don't have to exist. In fact, they're already wiped out. I could just delete these. I could just delete all of these because they're all copied and pasted anyway. So that's fine. That's copied and pasted from there. But this is, what is this bit?
Trapped inside this stupid body.
These is the God. That thing is so out of tune. It's awful to hear. But as I said in the first part of this episode, it's all scratched parts. But what am I looking for? Is it this part? Let's see, that's not even coming in till here.
Hope line, watch the boat slide.
Okay, so that starts fading in here.
Hold the hand and
Spark the hope line,
watch the boat
slide to the sea.
I don't live up to a standard. Expectations soon run dry. Dimple mind and
I was meant to say simple mind. It sounds like dimple mind. Did I say dimple?
simple
No.
mind and complicated. Always left wondering why. Trapped inside this stupid body, mining through the emptiness. Hold the hand and spark the hope line. Watch the.
Okay, if I had these fade out by the time this is fully in, which is this line here, yeesh. Have it start fading out from that maybe there. They start coming in.
Did I go wrong? And I am in the audition, too preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in the audition, too preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I am in the audition, too preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in the audition, too preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in the audition, expectations soon run dry. Simple mind and complicated always.
Oh, I just remembered something really important. Just save new version. Because if this all goes wrong, I'm going to want to revert.
Always left wondering why. Trapped inside this stupid body, mining through the emptiness. Hold the hand and spark the hope line. Watch the boat slide to the sea. I don't live up to a standard. Expectations soon run.
Right, I'm going to take all the solos off.
Dry, simple mind and complicated, always left
See this, part of me think I don't know whether to shorten this. Because what are we getting? What are we getting from keeping it long, or what are we getting from shortening it? I just don't know. I like shortening it. We're getting more time back. We're also losing the majesty of the build-up. Essentially, this gap is the biggest problem because that's what's causing us to not really understand what's going on. I think. Like, it's that gap. It's this gap. It means we can't move things as a block either, which is a bit irritating. So I'm just gonna be really brutal and slice everything off. Okay. I think like we're gonna attempt to shorten it and see if it works. So this drum piece, I don't know if it should be shortened that much though. I'm thinking it ends on like how many So it starts again here, but then it starts again here. So I reckon at least we cut out this whole section. But I don't want to lose everything from it. So body. First of all, let's lose the gap. It's unnecessary, you don't need. Why did it not grab everything? There we go. It's unnecessary and we don't need it. Okay, that's gap sorted. There's no gap. Is that correct? I think that's correct. No gap. So, next thing then. Do we want to keep all of this sax? I mean, I kind of like it. Don't see why not. Should it come in a bit earlier then, but because kind of fade in a bit with it all? Or when it bursts in, is that good? Maybe it comes in here. Be this line here. Yeah, okay. What's this guitar doing? Okay, just like adding some tones. That's fine. So where does the last bit of vocals come in? Here? Trapped inside this stupid body. Let's just delete all of that. Okay. Let's just delete all of that. Because we're now over the end of the song. Save with that. Don't need that. Could have that continuously faded still. And same for here. Just slice it up. Kind of feels weird. What's that? Hold the hand and spark the hope light. Watch the boat slide to the sea. Oh, it feels so good to sing. I don't know. I like it a lot. La 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 la. Expectations soon run dry. Do 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 do. Wondering why. What have I done with the? I just chopped off the rest of the drums. What have I done with the drums? Oh dear. Okay. I'm just gonna Control and Z a lot. Oh, that's where they went off. Okay, okay. I'm gonna redo all of that. Okay. I think that's as far as I can get. So that's fine, but maybe we do want to bring them back a bit because yes, we're gonna want them to end like here. So we take out 2 of them, bring that to about here, and let's move the automation. Thank you for doing that. Base as well. Do we want to bring that back a bit? Or do we want to sort of chop that off there and move? God, what's going on down here? I don't think we do all of that, do we? I think that one. I don't know, why is it? It's like fading in here. But maybe that's fine. Maybe it does fade in there. What volume's that? 0.37. What volume's that? Minus 0.27. I think it should be equal. Let's set it to 0. Wondering why. Ooh, so if you sitting there going, what on earth is he doing? I'm just trying to recreate that sort of fade out ending with the where it just goes to just vocals again, but just basically 2 bars shorter and without that gap. And it's proving quite tricky to kind of think about. Mostly because I'm wondering what on earth how on earth have I ended up with this like that? At least get them a bit consistent. Maybe they just keep going up until they start going down. I don't know. That ends suddenly, so that's fine. This automation should have gone this way. So there. That's fine. Same with this. You get that mellotron to fade out then. That's good. What's going on? Why is there 2 here? Are they doing different things? Yeah.
And spark the whole flight. Watch the boat slide to the sea. I don't live up to a standard expectations.
So this, I think, will have faded out a while ago, maybe. Maybe that there. This one as well.
Gliding through the emptiness. Hold the hand and spark the hope light. Watch the boat slide to the sea. I don't live up to a standard expectation. Soon run dry. Simple mind and complicated. Always left wondering why.
Kind of want to just
To a standard expectation soon run dry. Simple mind and complicated. Always left wondering why.
Okay, I think we're nearly there. Just double checking everything really. Okay, let's give it a listen from here.
Where did I go wrong? All the world's a stage, and I'm in the audience, watching life unfold all around me. Where did I go wrong? I missed the audition, too preoccupied with how I'm perceived. Where did I go wrong? I am in the audition, too preoccupied with how I'm perceived. go wrong, and I'm in your visions, watching as I how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, watching as I how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, expectations to drive one mind always hated, always left wondering why. I don't wish hiding through the emptiness, wondering why. I don't wish hiding through the emptiness.
I've just realised this is a pan. This is a panning. This isn't volume. Where's the volume? There we go. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Do I want it to pan like that? Why not? Let's have it pan in. But I want it to kind of fade in.
Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go
Oh, is this?
And I'm in your
Is this going
visions,
into our choir? Yeah, I was fading in here. So don't need this to happen here at all. So it's already fading in, that's fine.
where did I go wrong?
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I want this to continue further. Like, yeah, until at least here. No. Maybe here. Sorry, I'm getting really confused on why I couldn't hear the main part. Right, I'm going to try again listening from here. I'm getting myself muddled up, so no wonder if you are.
Watching as I how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, preoccupied with how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, watching as I how I perceive. Where did I go wrong? And I'm in your visions, expectations how I perceive. Expectations soon dry, simple mind uncomplicated, always left wondering why. Trapped inside this body, mining through the emptiness. Hold a hand and spark the hope, like watch the boat slide to the sea. Expectations soon run dry, simple mind uncomplicated, always left wondering why. emptiness. Hold the hand and spark the hope light. Watch the boat slide to the sea. I don't live up to a standard. Expect mind uncomplicated, always left wondering what trapped inside this stupid body, trapped inside this stupid body, smiling through the emptiness. Hold the hand and spark the hope light. Watch the boat slide to the sea. I don't live up to a standard. Expectations soon run dry. Simple mind uncomplicated, always left wondering why.
Okay, I think that's basically it. I think I'm gonna have to sit on that and see if I'm happy with it. I just don't know. Maybe I prefer it the other way. We've only shaved off about a minute, and I'm not sure if it's to the detriment or the benefit of the song. I think it's to the benefit. That's my gut. That's my gut is saying that. It didn't need another one, does it? It doesn't need another one. I don't think it needed that gap. I just think it needs to get to the end. So I think that's fine. I'm gonna grab that. Press P. Yeah, 9 minutes and 2 seconds that is, but that's without a bit of tail for any reverbs. So we'll export that audio mix down. Monsterism. Okay. And whilst that's going, I'll say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me. This is probably much longer than I expected. 2 parts of the so thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time on what's that? I've just realised you can hear it exporting. Like, I can't hear that, but if I put the monitoring on OSB, I had no idea there's actually outputting audio. That's insane. Anyway, I'll leave you with this madness. Goodbye.